How's it going, everyone? I hope you're having a kick-ass week. I gotta say, I am freaking nervous. I am finally getting some whiskey together to send off to the guys at the Whisky Vault. Welcome to Distiller, everyone. I'm Jesse, and this is the channel all about chasing the craft of home distillation and making it a legitimate hobby. I make all sorts of home distilling videos, recipes, how to run the still, how to assess the spirits. But today I am getting together an assessment pack to send off to the guys at Whisky Vault so they can help me calibrate my assessment of my own products. For those of you that watch the channel regularly, I put a video up a couple of days ago giving you 6 ways to improve the way you assess your own spirits so you can chase the craft a whole lot better. This video is kind of a follow-up to that one because today I'm following up on number 6, which is finding an external source or an expert to help you decide whether you're doing a good job of assessing your own spirits. So here's the plan, guys. I want to get together 6 samples to send to the lads at the Whisky Vault. The first 3 are going to be different variations of my bastard whiskey, which is, I can't call it a Scotch, but it's a Scotch. It's a Scotch impersonation. The second 3 is a impersonation of a Bourbon, which is my 5th generation of UJSSM. If you're not up to date on the channel, guys, and you don't know what those 2 spirits are, I'll put some links down below to videos that will explain it, videos of me making the stuff, going all the way from, making the mash, the recipe, through distilling it and aging it and everything. But a super quick recap is the Bastard Whiskey is an all-grain whiskey that went a little bit wrong, which is why it's called the Bastard Whiskey, and I had to top it up with a little bit of extra sugar. The first of the Scotch impersonations I want to send is the Laphroaig Bastard. This is the Bastard whiskey bottled at 3 months old, and it was put into a emptied but not cleaned, not washed out Laphroaig bottle. And I did that to try and pick up some of the peat, and to me it was amazing the amount of peat that I got out of a empty Laphroaig bottle. Absolutely nuts. I want to send some samples at different ages, so it'll be 3, 6, and 9 months. This is the youngest, but also kind of in some ways the most interesting because of that peat. That's my infinity bottle, which I keep forgetting to put things into, so I figured the dregs are good for it today. The plan is I'm not allowed to taste it until it gets to that line, and then each line after that I'm allowed another taste until it's above here, and anytime it's above here I'm allowed to drink it. Problem is, if I keep forgetting to put stuff in it, I never get to drink it. I am going to label these bottles and give them a key, but what I don't want to do is show it right now, just in case the off chance that the guys from the Vault happen to see this video. I don't know how the hell they would have time to be watching stuff like this now. But just in case they do, I want to have some level of blind to it, so they're not entirely sure which bottle's which or what it is until after they've tasted it. So the second whiskey that I want to send is the Bog Oak Bastard, or as a few people have pointed out in the comments, the Bob Whiskey. The Bob Whiskey is the Bastard Whiskey once again, but at 6 months old. So basically what it is the Bastard Whiskey with some peat, bog, oak, smoke, aged on charred peat, bog, oak at 6 months old. Jesus. The last and final Scotch impersonation that I'm sending is the Bastard Whiskey that is still aging. When I put this into this jar, I was hoping to get it to 9 months, and it is super close to that now. It's about a week short of it. So I'm just going to send it as is. So when I put this stuff into this jar to start aging it, I was hoping to get it to 9 months. And I know for those of you that don't make your own spirits, that's nothing on the scale of whiskey in general. But trust me, when you make your own stuff and it's sitting on the shelf and you really want to taste it, it's a long ass time. But now that I'm here, I think I might keep this going for a full year at least, and I'll see how I go after that. This is going to take a while, guys. I need a wine thief. When this went into the container, it was at 60%, and I'm guessing it's a little lower than that. Right around 55%, and I could proof it down, but honestly I think it'll be interesting to send it at barrel strength at about 55%, and it's not that fiery. You know what, I haven't tasted this in forever, so It's obviously a little more fiery at that proof, but yeah, I kind of like it, to be honest. I'll leave it as is. I'm going to go put this away right now before I am tempted to drink it. Moving on to the bourbons, once again I'm going to send 3 things. The first being this. The first being my Force-aged UJSSM. It's a sour mash. It's, I guess, like a generational thing. Every time you distill it, you take some of the back set left in the boiler and put it back into the wash for the next one, and this has been 5 times, so this is the 5th generation. But what is really interesting about this one is that it was bottled when it was 2 days old. So this is one of those things where I actually don't think this is objectively a great product, but I think it's kind of interesting that it's only 2 days old. The colour and the flavour for 2 days old is pretty nuts, in my opinion anyway, which once again, going back to the video from early in the week, is why I want to send it off and get some opinion from someone else. The second bourbon that I'm going to do is exactly the same stuff, but just straight up and white, so I guess you'd call it a moonshine. I feel like there's a couple of flaws that I can taste in this stuff, and that is why I want to send it. But also I think it's just kind of interesting to taste the same product in different forms, if that makes sense. Sorry, I got distracted. Can't imagine why, but I'm back. Anyway, this is my UJSSM bourbon. If you don't know what it is, I will put a link down below. Essentially, I do not think that any of this is really ready yet, but what I'm going to do just to be able to submit something is to blend a bunch of different stuff and try and sort of force a little bit of complexity and a little bit of flavor from that. So it's got a nice sort of base flavor, I think, I hope, and it's got some nice color to some of it, but it doesn't have any of that complexity, really. Anyway, so let me do some mixing and we'll get something in a bottle. Yeah, okay, I mean, it's drinkable, it's okay, it's nothing special. To be honest, I am a little ashamed to be sending this in as it is right now. But I guess going back to that last video, right? Like, put yourself in situations where you're going to fail, put yourself in situations to get feedback, and put yourself in situations where you can calibrate the way you assess your own product. Let me mix up another one with the same ratio so you guys don't have to drink my spit. Let's be honest, Daniel and Rex are insanely busy right now. They've got a crazy thing going on, so the chances of them actually being able to even assess this stuff properly, let alone make a video for you guys to see, I don't know. I can't expect them to actually be able to do that. But if that's something that you would want to see, drop a comment down below and let me know. Perhaps even drop them a comment and let them know at one of the many places you can get hold of them. If you know them, you know where to do that. I would appreciate that a whole lot. In any case, guys, I'm going to put my own assessment of each of these up on Patreon for some of the upper tiers to see. And the reason I'm going to do that is to give myself some accountability to judge these spirits myself. And basically, so I can't cheat. I can't come back and tell you what I think about them after I've heard what they've thought about it. But I don't want to put it out there for everyone to hear before they... Do you know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. Alright guys, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've really enjoyed it and you're not subscribed yet, have a think about doing so down below. And I'll catch you guys next time, and hopefully, we'll be running that still. See ya.